Suppose here is a statement. We do not know whether it belongs to one category or another. But if we put the different categories in one, then the differences of categories cease to exist. However, I must explain. If there was a beginning, then there was a time before that beginning, and a time before the time which was before the time of that beginning. If there is existence, there must be non-existence. And if there was a time when nothing existed, then there must have been a time when even nothing did not exist. All of a sudden, nothing came into existence. Could one then really say whether it belongs to the category of existence or of non-existence? Even the very words I have just now uttered, I cannot say whether they say something or not. The universe and I came into being together. The myriad things of the creation and I are one. If then all things are one, what room is there for speech? On the one hand, since I can say the word one, how can speech not exist? If it does exist, we have one and speech two, and two and one three, from which point on even the best mathematicians will fail to reach the infinite. How much more then should ordinary people fail? Hence, if from nothing you can proceed to something, and subsequently reach three, it follows that it would still be easier if you started from something. Since you cannot proceed, take your rest. Now Tao, by its very nature, can never be defined. Speech, by its very nature, cannot express the absolute. Hence arise the distinctions. Such distinctions are right and left, relationship and duty, division and discrimination, emulation and contention. These are called the 8 predicaments. Beyond the limits of the external world, the sage knows that it exists, but does not discuss it. Within the limits of the external world, the sage discusses, but does not pass judgments. With regard to the wisdom of the ancients as embodied in the canon of spring and autumn, the sage judges but does not expound, and thus among distinctions made, there are distinctions that cannot be made. Among those expounded, there are things that cannot be expounded. How can that be? It is asked. The true sage keeps his knowledge within him, while the common men set forth theirs in argument in order to convince each other. Therefore it is said that one who argues does so because he is confused. Now perfect Tao cannot be given a name. A perfect argument does not employ words. Perfect kindness does not concern itself with individual acts of kindness. Perfect integrity is not critical of others. Perfect courage does not push itself forward. For the Tao which is manifest is not Tao. Speech which argues falls short of its aim. Kindness which has fixed object loses its scope. Integrity which is obvious is not believed in. Courage which pushes itself forward never accomplishes anything. These 5 are, as it were, round, with a strong bias towards squareness. Therefore, the knowledge which stops at what it does not know is the highest knowledge. Who knows the argument which can be argued without words, and the Tao which does not declare itself as Tao? He who knows this may be said to have entered the realm of the spirit.
Is that a camera? Yeah. Good idea. Always catching evidence. I'm driving all day for a living, so I thought about getting one from my car. Makes sense.